Anyway, lead on. Allons-y, but not too fast. Our ankle's going.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and in this installment of Versus, we're pitting the Doctor of Doctor Who against Rick Sanchez from Rick and Morty.
Don't do it! You quit school, but you still got some learning to do.
Both characters hop around the universe in crazy sci-fi adventures, but which of them is the most out-of-this-world fantastic? Let us know which of them is your favorite wandering space grandparent in the comments. And with that, allons-y to the first round. Round 1. Modes of Transport. The Doctor travels the universe throughout space and time. Their primary means of doing so is the TARDIS, or Time and Relative Dimension in Space, a bigger-on-the-inside time ship that's locked in a disguise as a police telephone box.
The Doctor and the TARDIS.
While it usually disappears and reappears at its next destination, it's also capable of flight, both in atmosphere and in space. The TARDIS is also intelligent, though it rarely communicates in words, except that time it was a lady.
You know, you have never been very reliable.
And you have?
You didn't always take me where I wanted to go.
No, but I always took you where you needed to go.
For more conventional transport, the Doctor is tooled around in a few modified terrestrial vehicles, including a flying car and a roadster named Bessie. Yes, really. Granted, the Doctor's rides haven't always been reliable, with their TARDIS in particular frequently arriving at random locales.
Snow! Oh, real snow! Proper snow at last! That's more like it. Lovely. What do you think?
Rick Sanchez's most iconic means of conveyance is his portal gun. Firing it at a surface or even midair will create an opaque green portal that can travel to anywhere in multiple universes.
They could have gone into any one of these. Oh, son of a... Oh, jeez. We lost them.
Instantaneous transport is incredibly convenient. However, for whatever reason, Rick also has a flying car of his own. The car has an AI that is both sassy and terrifying.
You know you're kind of a dick, right?
My function is to keep Summer safe, not keep Summer being, totally stoked about, the general vibe and stuff.
Oh, and it's heavily armed and powered by a miniature universe. However, a major downside to his portals is the fact that they're not transparent, so we can't see where he's going, which has nearly cost Rick several times. Also, if Rick's not driving, his car is a real handful.
So buckle up, bitches. Now it's your turn to come on my joyride. Rick never lets me do this.
As cool as Rick's rides are and as convenient as his portal gun is, the TARDIS is one of the most iconic time machines in fiction. Round 1 goes to the Doctor. The Doctor 1, Rick Sanchez 0. Round 2. Gadgets. The Doctor favors a number of gadgets during their adventures, most notably the sonic screwdriver. Its most frequent usage is for opening doors, but the Doctor has used it for everything from analyzing their environment to disarming complex devices. The Doctor has also used plenty of other minor gadgets, everything from an invisibility watch to time distortion detectors cobbled together from junk.
This is my timey-wimey detector. Goes ding when there's stuff. Also, it can boil an egg at 30 paces.
They have also, on occasion, used a vortex manipulator, which is technically a mode of transport, but it's so small and infrequently used, it feels more like a gadget. However, as iconic as the Doctor's sonic screwdriver is, it does have a major weakness: wood.
Who's this thingy? I can't, it's wood. What? It doesn't do wood.
On the other hand, Rick Sanchez is essentially Inspector Gadget. Along with his portal gun, Rick has a plethora of other technology at his disposal or that he can invent on the fly.
You can have this back.
You didn't use it?
Sure I did. To develop this. It detects and catalogs all your Twilight Zone, Ray Bradbury, Friday the 13th, the series voodoo crap magic.
While his creation of weaponry is certainly impressive, he made a laser gun powered by AA's, Rick has numerous weapons inside his own body, having a ton of cybernetic modifications. Rick has also invented devices that can detect magic, and he even created a child-proof wonderland in a pocket dimension for his daughter to play in.
Oh, how do you like that? What kind of merciless creator makes the ground bouncy? I'm gonna have to drown myself. Oh no, the water's breathable? Who went and did that?
Oh, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Rick's many gadgets seemingly have no limit or limitations. However, constraints are a good thing. Remember that time a robot he invented destroyed all those planets?
Well, if that's how you really feel, I guess I should take the pizza back. I think we got away with it. Commencing getting out of here before they get wise.
For as memorable as the Doctor's gadgets are, particularly the sonic screwdriver, Rick has him beat when it comes to variety and scope. Round 2 goes to Rick.
I mean, Dadoy, I'm basically Inspector Gadget. Uh-oh.
The Doctor won, Rick Sanchez won. Round 3, Companions. The Doctor has traveled with many people over the years. While the vast majority of them are humans from 20th and 21st century Earth, some are from the past, the future, other planets, or aliens. Sometimes they've been family, best friends, or love interests. There's even been a robot dog.
K9! Rose Tyler, Mickey Smith, allow me to introduce K9. Well, K9 Mark III to be precise.
The Doctor's companions often bring out the best in them, helping them see the universe through new eyes, or else reining in their worst impulses. Some of the Doctor's companions have even been popular enough to warrant spin-off shows of their own. Still, one common criticism that even the show acknowledges is that some of them are there to make the Doctor look good, rather than having agency of their own.
How can we have moved?
You haven't even got to space travel yet.
I was going to cover it with time travel.
Rick primarily goes on adventures with his grandson Morty, as well as the rest of his immediate family. His daughter Beth, granddaughter Summer, and, reluctantly, his son-in-law Jerry.
It's important, Jerry. The fate of the galaxy rests on your shoulders. Let's go. Put some pants on.
Through their adventures with him, several of his family members have achieved more confidence and independence. Also, they tend to get to the heart of Rick's many issues, helping him show more affection and work on improving himself.
You know what, Rick? You really have changed. Well, thanks, Morty. I'll always be your grandpa, Morty.
Rick also occasionally travels with various wacky characters from space, other dimensions, or Earth itself, which range from his best bud bird person to his love-hate relationship with the US president.
I'm sure you did. Dismissed.
Dismissed?
Yeah, dismissed. Not needed here. You can leave and nobody will care.
However, it's undeniable that Rick often mistreats and traumatizes those around him. And they're not without their own issues, too. While both characters' friends and loved ones bring out the best in them, the Doctor's companions tend to be more successful at it and have more time in the limelight. This match goes to the Doctor. The Doctor 2, Rick Sanchez 1. Round 4, Combat Ability. The Doctor's preferred method of conflict resolution is non-violence. But that doesn't mean that they aren't skilled in its application. When it comes to up-close and personal combat, they're skilled in Venusian Aikido, as well as other martial arts.
Nice move. Thanks. Venusian Aikido. A Grandmaster pacifist. Temporarily paralyzes, while also being fundamentally harmless. Very clever, those Venusian nuns.
They may not like guns, but they can still handle them well. And all their technical knowledge means that they've handled explosives and other powerful weapons that range from the small to the doomsday level of destructive. The Doctor can also enact some creative and terrifying punishments when they have a mind to.
We wanted to live forever, so the Doctor made sure that we did.
Still, At the end of the day, the Doctor is just flesh and blood, and they're vulnerable to injury or death, provided you stop them from regenerating into a new body.
River, he can't be dead. This is impossible. Whatever that was, it killed him in the middle of his regeneration cycle. His body was already dead. He didn't make it to the next one.
As we've seen already, Rick Sanchez is basically a living weapon. His cyborg body has inbuilt weapons aplenty, possessing lasers, projectiles, and all manner of offensive might.
I'm gonna let you live because your fortune sucks.
He is also quite durable, having access to power armor and even protective shielding around his heart. Rick also uses guns. Lots of guns, and a ton of wacky sci-fi gadgets that give him an edge in battle. He's fought gods and killed by touch.
Son, you have a right to refuse his order, and I guarantee you're gonna die if you touch me, and there's no afterlife. Everything just goes black. Don't do it. Whoa, Rick!
Okay, what was that?
Death.
What kind?
Instant.
Even death isn't always a guarantee of stopping Rick, since he has several ways to revive himself, whether it's through regrowing a body or transferring his consciousness.
What are you doing with my clone? It's okay, I'm you. I took my own clone vat offline a couple seasons ago, so I think my backup got rerouted to your universe. I'm sorry.
If Rick has one weakness in battle, it's through being outmaneuvered or outsmarted, though there are precious few beings who can do that. While the Doctor has destroyed armies, villains, and entire races, we get the feeling that they would still have a tough time competing with Rick Sanchez, at least in direct combat. This round goes to Rick.
You don't know what I am. You don't know what I can do.
The Doctor 2, Rick Sanchez 2. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Round 5. Intelligence. Although among their own people, the Doctor wasn't considered exceptionally smart, they have proven themselves to be a genius time and time again.
Physics.
While clearly brilliant enough to construct numerous complex devices, the Doctor's true brains are for crisis management and strategy. For thousands of years, they've overcome nearly every challenge they've come up against.
Sorry, Colonel Manson. I lied. 3 minutes 42 seconds.
Nearly every enemy they have has them beat when it comes to force, yet the Doctor always manages to outwit even their most cunning foes. They also possess remarkable emotional intelligence, with their compassion for even their worst enemies proving as invaluable as pure brains. But even the cleverest Time Lord can have lapses in judgment or get outsmarted on occasion.
About 5 miles from Cape Kennedy Space Center. It's 1969, the year of the moon. Interesting, don't you think?
Rick Sanchez is the smartest being in many universes. The man once built himself limbs in a sewer after turning himself into a pickle. He built a fully intelligent robot just to pass him butter. Rick runs rings around most people since he's usually smarter and better prepared than everyone around him. But Rick's brilliance is often a double-edged sword. While he's mind-bogglingly intelligent, Rick doesn't always think through the consequences of his actions.
Oh, thank you. They took power immediately after you and your grandpa left.
Sorry about that. Rick doesn't really do transition plans.
When he does make a mistake, the consequences can be literally world-ending. And even if Rick is aware he's a cartoon, his self-awareness could use some work.
Roll credits! Just shake that ass! Roll the credits! Go! Just shake that ass! That's the end of season 1!
If we're talking raw intelligence, Rick could be smarter. But for all of Rick's smarts, he's not very wise. Our final round and the match go to the Doctor.
I'd call you a genius, except I'm in the room.
The Doctor 3, Rick Sanchez 2. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.